Good morning, beautiful empaths. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzamos, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new, on this channel I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal and self-growth. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Now, I briefly want to talk about how to hurt the narcissist. This was one of the things I received in one of my comments, and as well, one of my coaching clients. Now, you see, guys, something you guys have got to understand is that the guys that you're trying to hurt, the individuals that you're trying to hurt, they don't have feelings. So they're not connected with their emotions, you know what I mean? It's like you're trying to hurt them and it's like they're ignoring you. So what you need to understand is that those individuals, they're not in touch with their feelings. And a lot of times, the narcissist wants to see you in pain, they want to see you struggling, they want to see you suffering, you know, they want to see you, the very moment you guys get discarded, or you discard them, so they want to see you going through pain, you know what I mean? You're somewhere there locked up crying, you're suffering, you're going this, you're doing that. So they like to see this kind of thing because it gives them a very, very big amount of fuel, you know what I mean? So they get a kick off from your suffering, the pain that they put you through, even if sometimes they will not usually, they'll not really want you to know that they're thriving off of your suffering. But you see, I've had to learn this the hard way. So basically, another thing you guys are supposed to understand is that the narcissist does not want you to move on. You know what I mean? So they don't want you to move on. So they want you to be out there. You know, you're waiting for them to come back. You're praying for them to come back. You're somewhere there looking on your phones. You're checking when are they going to call you back. A lot of you guys have been going to these coaches and they're telling you how to get your ex back. Now, you guys have to be very careful. For the most of you guys who are going on to these coaches and they are helping you to get your ex back, you have left a narcissist, or the narcissist has left you, and then you're going to a coach and that coach is trying to tell you and give you the techniques how to get your ex back. Now, there's no problem with getting your ex back. If you guys have had a breakup and you still have a thing for your ex, you know what I mean, ex-girlfriend or whatever, ex-wife, you can always get them back. I mean, if there have been like healthy situations in that relationship, you guys can always go back and get your ex back. But do not ever try to take back a narcissist. Do not ever attempt to take back a narcissist. When you leave a narcissist, the first thing that is going to come to your mind is you are going to try to hurt them, because remember, at that point you're hurting, you know what I mean? So normally this thing is caused by the hurt they have thrown your way, you know what I mean, the pain they have put you through. So that's why some of the victims, they're like, I'm going to do everything to make sure that I hurt them. I must take revenge, I must do something to make them feel like, you know, I'm winning or things like that. Guys, let me tell you something, there's nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove in a narcissistic relationship and a narcissistic discard. There's nothing to prove. The only thing you are going to prove is that you can stay away from the narcissist and you can become better than you was before when you met them. So what you're going to do, the tip number one for the most of you guys who are desperate and you want to very, very hard go out there and try to hurt the narcissist, the very first thing what you're going to do, you're going to ignore them. Guys, I know it's hard. Let me tell you something. Most of the time when I'm talking about narcissistic abuse, I know all the details. I know it's very hard. It is very, very hard when you're dealing with this kind of individuals. But what you are going to practice doing, first of all, you need to practice this. That's the reason why most of the coaches will tell you, guys, listen, when you have left a narcissist, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to block them, number one, and you're going to ignore them. Pretend that they don't even exist. It is going to be painful a bit. if you've been with them for quite a good number of time, I mean, for a couple of years, you are going to pretend that those individuals do not exist. So you're going to block them and you're going to completely ignore them. And most of the cases, if you don't have kids with them, it is going to even be a bonus. It is going to be a bonus for you because now you don't have a reason to contact them. You're not going to go around and call them and ask them about children, or sometimes you guys don't share anything together. You have even a reason to stay away. You are going to make sure that you ignore these individuals and make them feel insignificant. Because you see, the whole time the narcissist has been trying to make you think or to make you believe that they're very important in your life. They're supposed to be in your life. Oh, when you leave me, this and that, you're not going to find somebody better than me. You're going to be struggling. You'll never find a new boyfriend. You'll never find a new girlfriend. All those are illusions. And all that is BS. They are lying. They want to make you continuing. They want to make you continue, get tied to them. Even after you leave them, they want to make sure that they are always, or you are always tied to them in some kind of a whereby now they can always sneak in whenever they want to, because that's what they want to do. You are going to make sure you do everything in your power, and you are going to ignore the narcissist. Do not call them. Don't contact them. Don't ask them what food they were cooking the last night. Don't ask them where they are going on the weekend. Do not ask them how they feel. It is not your business anymore when you have left a narcissist. A person who has been responsible for torturing you for a good number of years, you don't have any reason for you to contact them and ask them how they feel. It's not your business. It can be the business of the new supply, and I've seen all these kind of things before. So the narcissists, sometimes they will come around. Oh, you know what? See, yesterday this happened to me. Yesterday this happened to me. You know what I mean? Because they want to get some kind of a reaction. You know what I mean? Because those individuals, they thrive off of your reactions. The reactions that you give them, that is what is make them. It's like it gives them a very big boost to their ego. Oh, sorry, honey. What has happened to you? What did you do yesterday? What? So you're now going to start engaging them in conversations. Do not engage the narcissist. It does not matter what the situation looks like. Guys, listen to this one. It's very important. It does not matter what the situation looks like. Do not engage the narcissist. Do not ask them what they ate yesterday. Do not ask them where they went. Do not ask them what they are doing with their lives. Do not ask them how. Don't even make sure everything you can do. You ignore those individuals to the max. Make them feel insignificant. Do not ask about anything. And most of the times, let me tell you something. When you ignore a narcissist, especially if they've been with you for a good period of time, a good number of years, they have been with you and you ignore those individuals, it is going to completely destroy them, because now the narcissist does not want to feel insignificant. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want you to be around there, caring about them, asking things about them, you know what I mean, looking after them and things like that. When you have left those individuals, stay away, keep away, ignore them completely, 100%. That is how you're going to hurt those individuals, because you're making them feel insignificant and you're not even acknowledging their presence. That is how you hurt a narcissist. Number 2, when you've left a narcissist, you best believe there have been things you've been used to doing. I mean, prior to meeting them, of course, before meeting them, there have been things that you used to love. You're a person who used to love to go to the gym. You're a person who used to love cooking. You're a person who used to love going out with family, going to meet your friends and the things like that. You have got to remember, when you've left a narcissist, you have now opened the doors to start living your best life. And you see, a lot of people don't understand this. When you have left the narcissist, it is the first door you open to start living your best life. Now that's when you're going to remember those things that used to make you happy. So what used to make you happy? You go here, you go out on dates, you go out on dinners, you go out and to the gym, you go do this, you go on travels, you go on tours, do everything in your power. Guys, it's going to take a lot of time. If you have got the access and you've got the ability, you have got to make sure that you go out there and do those things that used to make you happy, the things that fulfill you as a person. Without them, and now this time you're going to remember that at some point in time you could have been doing some things with the narcissist, but now you're going to go out and start doing the things that motivate you and inspire you. You're going to do those things by yourself. Make sure that whatever it is you're trying to do things that are going to help you to live your best life. The narcissist secretly does not want you to move on, so they secretly want you to keep on, like, you're out there, you don't know what direction to go. It's like you're moving around in circles. You don't know. Let me tell you something, guys. You have got to go out. You're going to forge a way to live your best life. That is what the narcissist does. Because remember, I've told you guys yesterday in my video, I've told you the narcissists, they are in your life to kill you, destroy you, and to steal from you. If they have discarded you, guys, let me tell you something. You have just won the jackpot. If they have discarded you, if you have gotten out of their lives, let me tell you something. You have just bought yourself a winning lottery ticket. You're going to start living the life you've never imagined in your life. The life, it will take you a couple of months, sometimes it could take you a couple of years. But along the lines, guys, down the road, you're going to notice that you're actually starting to live your best life. You're living a life without stress. You don't have to come back and worry about somebody going to ask you a lot of questions, gaslight you, blame shift, and all these kind of things. Manipulate you. You are going to start living your best life, and that is exactly what you are supposed to do when you live a narcissist. If you want to hurt those individuals and even cause them a narcissistic injury, guys, just go out there and live your best life. Do all those things that they have never thought you could do. Invent new ideas. Invent new projects. Invent new activities. You may even sometime have to join a local gym. You may have sometime have to go out swimming. You may have sometime have to go and start developing new practices that are going to make you become a better version of yourself. That is what the narcissist doesn't want to see. And let me tell you something, because let me tell you something again. Those guys, even if you leave them, when you leave them, they keep on stalking you. They're checking your social media pages secretly. You know what I mean? They're using fake accounts. They're going on the social media pages. What are they doing? Who are they dating? Because they're very anxious. They're very anxious about the life after them. So they want to know what you're doing. Sometimes they're sticking around your places. They want to see if there's a new partner coming around your house, or sometimes they're going to your job places, who is talking to you, the things like that. They are stalking you. Now, what you're going to do, whether you know it or you don't know whether they're stalking you, you are going to continue to live your best life. That is what is going to break down the narcissists. And they can't handle that. They cannot handle that. They cannot even comprehend. Because those individuals, let me tell you something, when you leave them, they have got this mindset in them, because they are like, for them, they can leave someone and they can carry on and move on very quickly to somebody new and get a new supply. You guys have heard about the videos of the new supply. They are going to go around and get a new supply. That is what you're not going to do. Don't struggle around to go get a new supply because you want to hurt the narcissist. At the end of the day, when you're going into rebounds, you're going to hurt yourself, because you're going into rebounds with somebody else because you want to hurt somebody that has broken your heart or things like that. When you're going into rebound, that rebound is going to last a couple of months, and you're going to go back to the beginning. And most of the cases, rebounds, even sometimes, they delay your healing process. So what you're going to do, you're going to first of all go out there, ignore them, block them, pretend they do not exist. It's going to be hard, but do not ever show them that you're missing them. Do not ever show a narcissist in one way or the other that you're missing them. You're missing their presence. You're missing their energy. No, guys. You're going to go out there, ignore them, block them, completely forget about them. If you've got children with them, as I've always said in my videos, keep on engaging in only cases that involve the children. Nothing more. Nothing about their life. You're not asking about nothing. You are going there for a few seconds, pick up your children, or sometimes ask things about your children, even sometime on the phone. You're going to ignore anything about their life. That is exactly what is going to cause them a narcissistic injury, because you're making them feeling insignificant. Secondly, you're going to go out there and start creating new activities and do everything in your power to make sure that you go back to those things that you have always wanted to do, the things that you have always ever imagined to do, and you're going to show the narcissist. You don't have to show them, but you're going to prove to yourself, first of all, that you can live your best life without the narcissist. Challenge yourself and become unstoppable. Get up every single morning and live your best life. That is what they do. They don't want you to see. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you moving on. Now, show them you can do that. That is exactly how you're going to hurt the narcissist. So, that being said, guys, in this video, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make a short video about how to hurt the narcissist. For the most of you guys who are always thinking about, oh, how can I hurt them? How can I revenge? And how can I do this? No. There's nothing. Only two things you're going to do. Ignore them is number one. And secondly, carry on and go on to live your best life. Do everything in your power to make sure that you're happy. Try to create the happiness that you've always been looking for. That being said, leave us a comment in this video comment section below, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Book a session with me, guys. Donate and support if you want to. Everything you need is in the description section below. Until then, I'll catch you in my next one, guys. Desmond signing out, and peace.